Hi everybody, I received some Artfoamies. Kecia's Artfoamies. As soon as I saw them, I fell in love with them because they're different. They're not, you don't see a lot of it out there, and it's closer to my style. So I really, really love them. So there's this large one, which, I'm in love with her Artfoamies, and I haven't played with them yet, and today is going to be the first day I play with them, and I am so freaking excited. But today I am going to play with this one for sure, and then I may pull, I know I'm going to pull in a couple at least, but I don't know exactly which ones or how many of these guys that I'm going to incorporate as well. So we shall see. Okay, so my thoughts are, first of all, I'm going to stamp out this large one, maybe 5 times. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to use this big pad of mixed media paper. It is 98 pounds and it measures 14 by 17 inches. So I'm going to grab my gel plate. Artfoamies do come with this. It's a stamp buddy and it's sponge, and you put paint on it, and it's like you use it like an ink pad. But I find it takes up a lot of paint, and I don't really care to use them. I like to use the gel plate. So I have my 8.5 by 11. I'm going to use just black paint. So you can see all I'm going to do is squirt out some black paint and brayer it out, and then I can do it one of two ways, and I tend to do both. I can either brayer out the paint and then brayer onto the Artfoamy, or I can cover the gel plate with the paint and then stamp my Artfoamy onto the plate and then onto the paper. I find the very first time I use the Artfoamy, I tend to brayer some of the paint onto the Artfoamy first. Oh, frigadig. And then I will kind of use the gel plate for stamping. But the first one, I really want to make sure that I have paint on the Artfoamy. I'm just stamping it on. This guy is big. I'm not going to be able to get too many on one sheet. I may get enough. I may need 2 pieces. So I'm not squishing, I'm just firmly pressing. Ta-da! So I could have used more paint in areas, but I'm not worried about it. So I think I have enough of her. Now I am going to cut her out. Okay, so I have them all cut out, and I don't want them all to be the same. So I am going to end up painting them all, but I have an idea for a couple of them to have like little pockets on the bottom of their skirt. So I thought I could use this one since it didn't print out very well, because that was the one I was just checking to see how much leftover paint I had. So I'm going to cut around that. It may be hard to see, so I am cutting around this little part here, and I'm going beyond those marks. So I'm kind of going to go up like that. And I want the pocket to come into about here. And I'm going to kind of like swoop it. Kind of go like curve. So now what I'm thinking is I can fold along there. And I'm gonna trim that little corner off. And where that's showing, you see, that's showing beyond the swoop, I'm just going to trim that. And then this bottom will fold. So I'm just using the stamped part as a guide to where to fold. And again, I'm going to trim that exposed part. And so then this, and I'll use this one because I got paint on the dress, that can go there like that. And it'll be a little pocket. So I'm going to do that for 2 of them. Okay, I'm just going to paint these, and I'm not going to talk while I'm doing it. So I'm just going to play some music. Okay, so there's a, if you want to say, a base layer of paint on all of them. Try to move things around. Maybe zoom out so you can try and see them all at once. See if that's possible. There we go. So they are colorful. Now that they're done, I actually don't mind the periwinkle mixed in. I feel like this one needs to be lightened up in the face like I did with these. Same with this one. So these two I want to lighten up in the face. I still have to paint the pockets for that one and that one. So I think I'll go in with some white mixed in with that. And I'll do the same thing for the periwinkle blue and the vibrant turquoise. I'll just mix some white in there. I'd like to add some mushy peas. I feel like that would be cute. Maybe I'll go in on the face with mushy peas on this one. And add it on the pocket of this one. Okay, I'm going to do that now while it's in my head. They're so cute. Should give them all green ears. Make that the one common thing about them all. Okay, so before I go into the doodling, I think I'm going to add, like, I want to add something to the pockets, and then I know on one of them I'm going to add this to the belly. Like maybe this one, because I think it would show up a bit better. This one's pretty dark. I have this one. This is not a Kecia Artfoamy. It's by KP, I do believe. I'm pretty certain, like 98% sure. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that on a pocket. Maybe. Trying to think of what I want to do with them all. Like, that's all I'll do with the belly of that one. And I know for these, I'm going to stamp these out onto paper and paint them, and they'll go in the pockets. But then I think I would still like a little something on the pocket. So yeah, I think I'll do that on the pocket with that in the pocket, this in the pocket on that one, and maybe I'll just do the same thing, or what other Artfoamies do I have? I have a peace sign. Do a peace sign on there. And I think for these two, I'm going to write quotes. I think that's what I will do. Okay. So these two are quotes. I don't need anything more added to them, like paint-wise. Next I'll do this one because it's the easiest. I'll zoom back in a bit. Whoops. I don't want black, but I want something dark. And I want to go directly onto the belly. I'm thinking I'll use an ink, like an ink pad. Or maybe like just using like a navy. This is cobalt. And I'm gonna try it on some scrap first, just to see, because I don't know how juicy this ink pad is. I may have to go in with like a, I don't want to use Distress though because it's water reactive. Well, that'll be good. And if I need to touch anything up, I can do it with marker. See how well that works? And this ink pad has never been re-inked. I don't even have a re-inker for it. Which is maybe something I should do. Okay, so I'm going to go in. And one thing you could do, especially with this one being circular, I could just use my Baron and push down. That way it's getting even pressure. So it's Speedball and it's called a Baron. There we go. So that one is done, except for, you know, doodling and all that stuff. Although now that I see this, I kind of want to paint in the face. Yep, I've added more work. I'm going to try just to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the lemon zest. Okay, that one is done. Now for this one, open the flaps. I'm going to stamp with maybe aquamarine. And if I don't get a good impression, then I can go over it with Posca paint pens later. I'll get that Baron again. It's dusty inside. It's up on a top shelf and I haven't used it in a while. So inside it's dusty down in there. There we go. That is cute. And later I'll probably color in the inner circles, but not right now. Okay, and the peace sign. I think I'm going to try Kitsch Flamingo. I actually don't have, this is the only thing I have in this color. I didn't buy the ink pads or the sprays or anything. And I don't think I will, but I do want saltwater taffy. Oh, this Artfoamy has a dent. So I don't know how good of an impression we'll get. Anyways, the saltwater taffy, I do want to get that one, because that one seems gorgeous. Not that Kitsch Flamingo is not pretty, I'm sure it is, but I don't need to have all the colors. And there's already, like, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pinks. I mean, ooh, I think it moved. Oh, it's still okay. It was juicy. Okay, so all the paint has dried, and I'm going to start going in with paint markers and whatever else I decide to do. Okay, so now we want to attach our pockets to the bodies. I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape for that. So I'm going to apply it on these flaps. And in those pouches, be our little cuties. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know if you like my videos by leaving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also head over to my Instagram account and say hi to me over there. If you have any video requests, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And don't forget to check out my other videos.